Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Environment Matters. I'm Annette Hoskins. If you visit the campus of Marshall University in Huntington, you won't have any trouble seeing plenty of green infrastructure that is. The DEP's Mike Huff takes a closer look.
At the university's new School of Pharmacy complex, crews are busy installing a rain garden.
We're excited that this is going in. This is probably one of the largest, if not the largest, rain gardens in our fine city here. We do have a lot of green infrastructure around town, have been popping up over the last 10 years or so, but nothing quite on this scale. We're actually going to be capturing all of the surface runoff from this entire parking area, as well as the new structure that we just got here with the pharmacy dorms. So on a typical 1-inch rainfall, we're going to this garden's going to receive several thousand gallons of water.
Rain gardens work like a big sponge, slowing and temporarily holding runoff and recharging the groundwater. Deep-rooted plants absorb moisture and release it back into the atmosphere.
What's going to happen is, it's going to keep the water, it's going to slow it down, give it a little bit of lag time. It's going to mimic some of the hydrology that was here before the area was developed. Because the way buildings used to be constructed, as everybody knows, you needed to get that water off of that property ASAP, as quickly as you possibly can. And in a lot of these cities, and Huntington included, our stormwater actually goes into the same line as our sewer. And in a heavy rainstorm, that tends to back up.
Since the area has clay soils which don't drain well, contractors installed about a foot of crushed stone at the bottom of the trench. The shape of the stone leaves spaces, even when it's packed tightly together, to give the water somewhere to go. On top of that, a mixture of sand, peat moss, and topsoil that will be filled with plants. The rain garden has been part of the project's stormwater management plan from the beginning.
When the engineers are able to draw this up and put it in from day one, it makes it a whole lot easier, because we've been involved with projects before where you have these wonderful ideas and these concepts to put a rain garden in to help manage for water quality, and you end up with a lot of existing infrastructure that you have to dodge or maneuver around, or actually physically move, and it really adds to the expense. So this, having it on the front end when the construction's going on, it's going to be much less expensive, and plus we're able to, I think it's going to be more effective, because we're able to take care of a lot of stuff right from the get-go, because we're able to manipulate more and move things around before we put infrastructure and stuff in.
When complete, it will cover about 3,600 square feet. From the surface, it'll look just like a regular flower bed, but there's a lot more going on underground.
For a lot of folks, this is going to be a beautification project. It's going to be the icing on the cake, I guess you would say. But what it is, this is actually the beginning of a sustainable landscape.
In Huntington, I'm Mike Huff for Environment Matters.
The project is expected to be completed by mid-August. As we mentioned, rain gardens are an effective way to reduce the impact of stormwater runoff from any property. Be sure to check back next time for some advice on adding one to your home's landscape. That's all for this week for Environment Matters. I'm Annette Hoskins. Thanks for watching.